two things I want to ask you guys about, Beverly, Dan, and maybe Mark can jump in here, is the whole redistricting thing. I want to, so I'm a left-leaning independent, voted for Kamala Harris. I kind of regret that now based on, things going on. But I'm not personally a big fan of the redistricting method because both parties have done it. I think in Massachusetts they're trying to do it or something like that, and there's no Republican senators there at all. And I'm like, okay. And to me, I'm not a hyper partisan person. I know there's a lot of people, including me, who aren't necessarily happy with what Trump is doing and stuff. There are things I do agree with him on, like the border situation. Um, and number two would be, so when it comes to the DC policing thing, my opinion on like my coverage of that is that even though technically the crime is down, that's very anecdotal because I have friends of mine who work in the police department. Um, and they say those crime numbers a lot of the times don't actually show what's going on because you could still have crime down technically, but the police could still be super busy and stuff like that.
Dan.
Yeah, I think I'll take them in reverse order. On the statistics, look, it's how you feel. And the fact is, a lot of people in DC do not feel safe. DC is similar to New York. Beverly mentioned the laws. The prosecutors won't prosecute small crime. So here in New York, if you go into a CVS or a Duane Reade and you steal shaving cream and razor blades, the police will not pursue it. So no one calls the police because they just know this is, pointless. So they put up plastic barriers. So yes, crime may be down, but crime is still occurring. And I agree with you. And for the Democratic Party to try to argue, sure, there's some crime, but it's no big deal. That is a losing argument 9 out of 10 times.
It's a losing argument for me.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think on redistricting, yes, I think a lot of people's eyes, gloss over when they hear this. They think everyone does it. Everyone's kind of, corrupt, so to speak, on this front and guilty. And so I think, again, I go back to Trump kind of started this cycle when he said, or the White House said, hey, Texas, can you guys try to net some more seats? And, our party, anything Trump speaks, they go the opposite direction.
I get it. It's just, for me personally, it kind of puts me and a lot of other independents that kind of we're kind
of. Are you
in
happy? You mentioned that you wish you didn't vote for Harris. And sorry, I know it's Beverly's turn to speak, but just quickly, would you vote for Trump today? So you've seen what he's done a little bit.
I would say no. I probably wouldn't have voted for either one. Because I especially did not like, especially after what has come out about Biden and stuff for 4 years, seeing how bad it was behind the scenes. Jake Tapper's book, seeing how bad it was. I really did not like a lot of what personally, like I was saying back in 2022 about how bad the border situation was. And I don't agree with what Donald Trump is doing but I agree 100% with what he did with the border. And I think it was I got people coming at me online saying I was racist simply because I said, hey, I think people who've been in the United States who are committing violent crimes should be deported. And I think that's like, well, I'm not talking about people who've been here 20, 30 years, I'm talking about people who committed crimes.
Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the Two-Way community, never miss a clip. And you can always watch our full episodes, join them live, go to twoway.tv.